This is Chroma by Mark Lemon, a brand new take on the stroop test plot brought out by Murphy's Magic. Will this card become your new EDC? Stick around, because today we're going to find out. Have you heard of the stroop test before? It's a cognitive test created by Stanford University to compare the analytical side of the brain with the creative side of the brain. And essentially it uses a bunch of colors, a bunch of words that are colors, and the colors have colored text. And the experiment had two phases. In the first phase, the volunteer would read out the colors as fast as possible, and the scientist would time it. Then in the second part, they'd time how fast you could actually name the text, the color of the text, rather than what the text says. And what scientists have discovered is that it takes longer for most people to name the color of the text than to read the actual words. So we're going to test you. If I had a volunteer, I'm going to play the role of both the magician and the volunteer. I want you to think of any color you want. Got it? Okay, good. Don't say anything out loud. Now, I'm going to time you. Take this and find your color in black ink. And I'd say, okay, I've got it. And then the magician would say, great, you're good on time. Find it in blue ink now, let's say. Blue ink, got it. And now the magician would say, find it in green ink. Oh, I've got it. And finally, the magician would say, find it in red ink. Red ink. Yes, I have it in red ink. Now the magician would stop the timer and say, you did pretty good. That's 33 seconds. That's pretty good. But that tells me that you chose indigo as a color. And that's Chroma by Mark Lemon. I hope you enjoyed the performance of Chroma. First off, I'd like to let Magic distributors and creators know if you want me to review a product, contact me at bfanmail@gmail.com. Now, without further ado, let's talk about Chroma. What do you get when you buy Chroma? When you buy Chroma, you get this really nice sleeve packaging. I can't show the tutorial link or password, but when you pull this in, when you pull this out, both sides come out, which is really neat. And inside the sleeve, you only get one thing. You get this single Chroma color cognition card. It has a bunch of colors. There are 13 to be specific. You also get a link to the tutorial. You finally get a shortcut that also only works for iOS. That doesn't require you to take the card back from the audience before revealing the spectator's color. You don't need this shortcut. It's just there for you. There's also a way to memorize this so you don't have to take the card back from your audience after they're done everything. Now, what is the quality of the gimmick? The single card is good quality. It has a smooth finish on both sides, and it's quite thick, but I do think that the finish could possibly scratch easily. However, this is about the size of a credit card. It's pretty flexible, but could possibly scratch. I wouldn't recommend bending it. The colors are very clear and the text is good. The card should last a very long time as long as you take care of it. There are no moving parts or hidden objects. The card is literally the only thing you use and it's self-contained. How's the tutorial? The tutorial's 1 hour and 11 minutes long. Mark Lemon is teaching the tutorial. He goes through the intro, props and history, how Chroma is used, some tips for memorization and using your fingers, which memorization is not necessary, it's just optional. He goes through repeat performances on the same audience, the sides and color blindness, showing the card and pressure, other colors, and a Chroma quick reveal. The second part of the tutorial goes through how to box your spectators in, drawing duplications, Chroma whispers, a basic one ahead, an advanced one ahead, an iOS shortcut, and Chroma conclusion. The audio and video are very good. There are lots of ideas covered with this. Is this a social media or real life effect? This effect would not work on social media. It would only work for real life performances. Something I wonder is, I don't know if people may chalk this up to, oh, people pick green or something all the time, because in their minds there's only so many colors to choose from. But this effect, what this effect was based off of, that effect, people could think of a number from 1 to 100. What are the angles like? With Chroma by Mark Lemon, there are no angle issues at all. You can perform this when fully surrounded 360 degrees, because unless you know the method, you're not going to figure out what's going on. Are there live performances in the tutorial? Unfortunately, there are no live performances in the tutorial. Is this examinable? Yes, the card is examinable at all parts of the routine, because there really aren't any gimmicks. The card is just specially printed. Let's talk about the difficulty and practicality of the effect. How difficult is this to do? This is not very difficult at all. For the main routine, the main effect, this is not difficult at all. There's no memory work required, but the difference is if you memorize the 13 things, the 13 colors, you can do this more cleanly without having to take the card back after they've done everything, after the full sequence. If you don't want to do the memorization, you have to take the card back after the sequence, but nothing fishy happens because everything's just built into this card. With the difficulty, you have to do some simple addition, some simple mathematics. This is very not difficult math at all, and if you can just do some simple addition, you should be fine. This is very practical, it fits in your wallet, and can be done in many different environments, such as close-up, walk-around, and more. But with the memory aspect, Mark gives some shortcuts on how to memorize easier, a simple sequence that he built into this in the tutorial. But the memorization, you can do it, you don't have to. I've memorized what I needed to because that makes it so much more clean. But again, you don't have to. Is there any DIY? No, there's no DIY required with this because the gimmicks come right out of the box and they're ready to go. Pocket space. This takes up practically zero pocket space. It's the size of a credit card or a hotel room key card and can go in your wallet. That's all you need to carry around with this, and there are no extra pieces. What's the reset like? This has no reset at all. The reset's instant and it can be repeated right away. Now let's see if the trailer and ad copy are honest. The trailer is honest. There's no phishing or anything like that. But what about the ad copy? Let's read that right now. In the world of magic, the best tricks are often the simplest. Mark Lemon's Chroma is elegantly simple, but deceptively powerful. Yes, that's true. It is very simple, and you can carry this around everywhere because it is so small. But it is very powerful because they can think of any color, pretty much. There are some caveats. They can't think of any color, but they can think of a lot of different colors, and this would still work. But yes, back to the ad copy. Stroop tests. You've seen them across the internet, but probably have had no idea what they're called. Chroma disguises itself as a basic stroop test designed to test cognitive ability. But this is all you need to reveal the thoughts that only exist in your spectator's mind. It's stupidly powerful. You begin by asking them to think of a color and imagine that word, big and bold, right in front of them. With a timer and the Chroma card, you test them on how quickly they can find their word in various colors. Without them ever saying a word, you know exactly what they're thinking. Wonderfully compact, powerfully revealed. Chroma's beauty lies in its simplicity. Packed smaller than a credit card, but smashes more minds than a hydraulic press. How you choose to reveal their thought of color is completely up to you. Reveal it immediately as if you can effortlessly pry into their inner thoughts, or use this secret knowledge to reveal multiple thought of objects or words. effortlessly master this. Chroma is delightfully easy to perform, requiring no strenuous memory work. Once you learn it, you can pick it up months down the road and still be able to perform it. This is Mark Lemon's Chroma, an elegantly simple, yet stupidly powerful mind-reading system. That is an honest ad copy if I've ever seen one. It's just describing the effect itself. It's describing what's good about this. And yeah, that's an honest ad copy. What is the price of Chroma by Mark Lemon? Chroma by Mark Lemon costs currently $25 US, and it's available at your favorite Murphy's Magic dealer, such as Penguin Magic, Vanishing, all of that. Your favorite Murphy's Magic dealer. Is this worth the price? Yes, this is absolutely worth the asking price, because it's PAX Flap plays big, and everything's great quality, and the effect is also great. Pros and cons. What are the pros and cons with this? First, let's talk about the pros. The pros are that this is a relatively easy effect. Also, memory work is not required, but it's optional. The tutorial is great. Mark Lemon goes through a lot of different ideas, such as the one ahead principle, as well as having them use that color they think of and use it to make other objects. Like if they're thinking of a color, you could say, think of a fruit that color, and then you could say most likely, most of the time, the fruit. So the tutorial is great. Also, very little pocket space is required. The reset is instant, and you can be fully surrounded. And also, the ad copy is honest. And also, the spectator has a wide variety of colors to choose from, and the card is very durable. Now, for the cons, not all colors can be chosen. For example, they cannot choose silver, turquoise, gold, cyan, magenta, maroon, and some other more obscure colors. It's not likely that they would choose those colors. However, the audience might think, well, there's only so many colors to choose from. Therefore, they might think I'm just guessing what color they chose, when really you're not even leaving this up to chance. This hits 100% of the time, as long as your audience is doing what you say. The shortcut, another con is that the shortcut that helps you know the color they're thinking of faster only works on iOS devices. The shortcut is not extremely important to this effect. I don't use it, and I still do this. But it's just something I wanted to mention. Now, finally, what percent am I giving Chroma? Chroma by Mark Lemon is a really great effect. It gets a 96% from me, because you can't go wrong. For 25 bucks, just pop this in your wallet and go. Thank you all so much for watching this review. I hope I helped you decide if this product is right for you. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.